Good morning. Today is January 6, 2020, Wednesday. My name is Terry Morgan. We're here to practice Tai Chi. And this is the last class of this series. Alright? So, starting next week in this time, we're going to be working on Wudang's 3 basic methods as well as some basic strengthening and other types of exercises that will enable us to do Wudang's 3 basic methods. I'm going to introduce a couple of things here today. And then we have on Thursday, we're going to have Xingyi next week. Tomorrow, we have Qigong. And Friday is going to be Qigong class alternating weeks. On Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have Tai Chi, but it's going to be beginning Tai Chi on Monday and advanced Tai Chi on Tuesday. So a new slate of things that I'm going to be working on and that you're going to get to have an introduction to. So I'm hopeful that this is going to work out really well. I'm going to continue this format, this new format, for at least several months. There's material that I want to ensure that I get recorded, and I've said this before, part of what I'm doing here at 7 a.m. this morning is recording material that I might otherwise not have recorded, that might not otherwise get recorded, and that I think is valuable as, if nothing else, as documentation of some of what I've learned. And hopefully that's going to be useful to other folks now and maybe in the future. So it's my hope. That's what I'm doing here. Anyway, so again, beginning next week, bunch of new stuff. I will also be recording some videos that are more demonstration type. So again, I have a list of things that I need. I have a fairly good list of things that I need to get done. Lots of things that will be added to our YouTube channel, as well as some additional materials that are going to go up via Wudang.com. So I'm looking forward to getting some of this completed, as well as getting started with some of the new things. Let's take a preview. I'm going to give a preview, I guess. I don't know how to say that. Of what I'm talking about with Wudang's 3 basic methods. And I put the coffee down. And I'm going to show this just because I was looking through some old stuff, and this is from February 1992. I told you I'd go back. I tried to tell you, you want to listen. All right, anyway. We have, in Wudang's 3 basic methods, we have a method called snake creeping snake. Shi Xingbu, the creeping snake. Shi Panbu is a coiling snake. I'm going to give both of those. All right. So, creeping snake, and I have talked about this. I'm going to stick this right up in front of the camera so that it's going to be possible for you to see it. This is, let me get this in the right place here. This is what it looks like. Alright, that is my teacher, Liu Zhang, in 1992. That was not 92, that was in 91, I believe. This picture was taken. So, right around the same time. And I've mentioned the idea that this move goes all the way down, and you just saw what it looks like, all right? So as I start out, I'm here, This leg has to extend, and as I push this leg out, I'm going down. Alright? I don't go all the way down. I can't go all the way down and expect to get back up. I can get down, not get back up. Used to be able to do both. Alright? Balance. And I haven't warmed up, so there's that. Alright? Can I have that in here? Just because my little ego wants to pay attention to this. I'm going to see if I had... Nope, not in there. I have a picture of me at a much lower stance, and my ego was playing with me. Alright, so... 实心骨, snake creeps along the ground. Sink. Step forward and push the foot out as you sink down, and then come up from underneath. Alright? This is, again, one of the things that we're going to be working on, I'm going to be working on, you're going to come along with, is strengthening so that I get back down there. Several things that go with that I'm going to introduce. One of them is plie. Yeah, ballet. And yes, I am using something to help. The reason that I want to turn out my hip is so that I can go more easily all the way down. What I want to do is strengthen my legs so that bending and straightening is easier for me to do. Right? So as I go down a little bit, not that big of a problem. He'll stay down. Not that big of a problem here. This is Demi. As I go all the way down, heels come up, stay straight, and I'm using the chair. I should not have to use the chair. Alright? Get that part done, and the next step is another set from Taiji. Cloud hands. Except that it's lower. And the goal is that instead of here, and I'm going to use my hands, then I'm going to be down here. And moving over to that leg, which is not happening today. Alright, those are my goals. Right? You don't start, nobody starts out being able to do all of these things perfectly and wonderfully, and I'm not here to do presentation stuff. I'm here to teach. And one of the lessons that I've learned is that being honest about what I can do is important. Alright? So, doing some fancy stuff that I'm not going to tell anybody how to do, and I just want people to be my audience, that's something else. That's not teaching. Okay? So, alright, so we got creeping snake, and a set that is going to help strengthen the legs. There's a couple more that are going to help strengthen the legs so that we can do this move. Coiling snake, we have this in our Qigong set. Slightly different. This again goes all the way down. So from here, I should turn, and I'm going to go all the way down. I should turn and keep going the issue then is, without using my hands, I need to get back up. Again, that raising and lowering. Strengthen through the upper body. I got some for that too. I got a real good set for that. When I first started learning dance, I was in a beginner level class. I was a beginner, and it was modern dance. One of the requirements, similar to Taiji, similar to all of what we do with martial arts, is that we be able to use the body as we choose when we decide we want to. It's a, what can I do? So strengthening certain areas gives us the ability to do other things. Being able to do other things gives us the ability to do even more, right? So we have a set. I'm going to show this real quick. I have a set of sit-ups that are not traditional, right? And that, anybody that studied with Miss Ariel would probably have these, and she learned it from somebody, so, other people probably have this. It's not an easy set, and I'm only going to do 2 of each, because that's about all I'm going to get to today. Alright? As we work on this, as I put this into practice, right, I'm going to do it incrementally so that, number one, I don't hurt myself, and number two, that there's an opportunity to build up the strength, which is what I need to do again. I need to build that up over a period of time. So we'll start out with 2, go up to 4, 8, 12, you probably jump to 16, and then 20-ish, all right? Years ago, when I was working 100% on this particular set, I was doing a set, and yell at the cat, food! No. I was doing a set of 50 every morning. So, I'm going to have 2. I'm going to teach this next week. You can try it with me if you like. This is a floor set, obviously. I start out on the floor. Yep. Okay. Checking to see, can you see me? Yeah, that's one of the set. That's part of the set. All right, now, on the floor, and chin straight up to the ceiling. Pull in through the abs. 1, 2. All right? And now we're going to turn, and we're going to pull up again, but twist the elbow to the opposing knee. 1, 2. All right? Next one. Both legs up. 3, 4. Straight. Come across. 5, 6. Last one. Hands behind the head again. Legs down, and with the toe. Right leg first. 1, 2. Last set, and 3, and 4. Alright, so that last part, getting back up, yeah, it's a little iffy. Alright, if I can use my legs to bring my weight forward, it's easier for me. That's not the point, to make it easier for me. This is intended to be strengthening.
Alright, so as you've seen, and yeah, that's easier for me to do if I swing that leg around. Alright, so as you've seen, this is not an easy set to do. Requires a little bit of strength. You need to pay attention to a couple of things. Most importantly, keeping your back flat on the floor. Introduction to what we're going to be doing next week. This morning, we need to wrap up what we've been doing with our Tai Chi sets. This small room set from Yang Style Tai Chi has a number of advantages for anybody who's practicing in a small room. That's that was my point, right? We have when we started. Let me get a sip of coffee over here. When I started, we were all still in semi-lockdown, and we're going through all kinds of stuff. We're still going through a bunch of stuff. And I was looking for something that would be possible in a smaller room. This is not a large room, as well as giving the traditional flavor, if you will, from the Tai Chi form. So I've got some recordings out there for Wudang Tai Chi, and I've done some Yang Style Tai Chi. There's some other things. When I started this series, what I wanted to do was to use Yang Style Tai Chi as a window to traditional Tai Chi principles. If, my own opinion, if you haven't learned at least part of some form, it's difficult to try to understand how to apply the traditional principles to any other part of practice. How are you going to do that? What's your tool? How are you going to apply that? If I'm going to write a story, right? I'm going to write a story. I need paper and a pen or pencil at a minimum. Be nice to have a computer to type it on, but yeah, all right, paper and a pencil. I can write a story with that. Some medium to write on and something to write with. I need those things in order to write a story. In order to practice Tai Chi, you need a form, some sort of form, and the principles that underlie that form, the principles that that form adheres to, so you can put them together. That's what gives you your practice. So with this form, Yang Style Tai Chi, we have concepts that are illustrated by Yang Style Tai Chi and apply to all other forms of Tai Chi. These principles include balance, placement of the body, using the breath connected with the movement, using the chi, using the energy within the body, using the mind, and working with a whole body concept that requires and enables us to develop resilient strength, not bulky, bunchy strength. This is resilient, intrinsic strength that we can continue to develop long into old age. Highly beneficial for lots of things. Long list of
physical benefits to the internal organs, external body, lots and lots and lots of things. I give a laundry list another time. Lots of benefits for the way of thinking about things, because as we practice, one of our goals is to clear away all of the junk, not turn down the noise. Let's get rid of the noise, put it over there, it'll stay there for now, we don't need it right now. Right now we're just going to practice. That ability, that skill, to clear away that junk and to focus on what we're doing right now has a whole long list of side benefits for any kind of activity, any kind of intellectual, mental function that requires getting rid of junk, of turning down that noise. And when I talk about the noise, we actively can measure this in brain waves. The noise is beta, and what we want is alpha. It's measurable, it's documented, it's the basis of some of the studies that have been done on sleep, because the delta and theta waves, which some folks who have meditated for years are able to achieve at will, is something that we normally will achieve during sleep. All right? So what I want to pay attention to, and what I'm hoping to focus on with this speech, and I'm going to stop here in just a second, is the idea that everything that we're doing has a basis. It's not, well, it's up there somewhere, and it's not some magical, mystical, there's study, there's hard work, there's understanding the system, there's understanding the philosophy that goes behind the system, there's understanding our physiology and what we can do with the human body, and there's understanding who we are as human beings. And that's a big old box of stuff. All right? So, lots of things to work on. I'm going to address some of it as we go forward in Tai Chi and some of the advanced Tai Chi and advanced Qigong classes. There it is. Let's practice our stretches, and then we'll work on the first part of our form, work on both parts of the form, and finish up. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, fingertips down at your sides. Hands circle to the front. Return to both sides. Up along center line. Stretch out. Pull up and reach out. Bend the knees. Follow the circle. Relax through the back. Focus on the space between the hands. Smooth movement. continuous, and connected. One more time. Stretch up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, circle to the inside. Follow the fingertips down. Use the legs to come up. Reach out through the back. Arch through the spine. No weight on the spine. Pull up through the abs, pull in. Support the lower back. Use the legs and the hips to lift. Pull in across the front of the hip. Two more. Last time, follow the fingertips down. And come to center. Stay there. Left side, right side. And circle to the front. Back to both sides. Up along center line. Turn. Reach out over the legs. Extend. One more. Center. Right side. Keep the shoulders down. Follow the circle. One more. Center. Elbows drop down. Hands return to your sides. Okay, so with that, I'm going to switch over. We'll do our walking exercises. The outward, inward, I'm going to skip today. And I will be recording a full set of these stretching exercises along with the full walking set, as well as the other body conditioning exercises that I learned from Huang Wei Lun when I first started studying Yang style Tai Chi with him. Something to look forward to. Alright, so these sets that we're doing will be part of that recorded set. And I'm going to arrange it so that it's possible to see how to do something separately from now we're going to practice it. Alright? So, I have a plan. Feet out, shoulder width apart, stand straight. Relax the upper body. Pay attention to where your body is placed as we move. Shift left, bend the knee, turn the right toes 45, and transfer onto the right leg. Step through. A little thing happened with my knee there. I don't know what. Yeah. For a little knee protest. It said, no, I don't want to do that. And I said, you're doing it anyway. And it said, I don't want to. So, it's all right now. This concept of listening to what your body is telling you is really, 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 really important. Turn around and go back. And it's not that when your body protests whatever you're doing, that you necessarily stop. It's that you listen and have some idea of whether or not you need to stop. Center and straighten. Okay, so this, I'm going to continue with that for just a second. This idea that your body tells you something and you hear it. You say, my knee just, right here. It said, ouch. What happened? I have arthritis and I did some stuff without warming up and my knee protested. It's a little bit chilly this morning, so my knee said, hey, what are you doing here? Right? And I paid attention to it. It wasn't bad. It was, hey. So I paid attention and realized what was happening. Used a little bit of internal work, that internal workmanship, to open up the knee, to better support my weight so that the knee can be more open. As I did that, problem was corrected. No more problem. Tomorrow I might have the same problem, but no, not right now. My point. If you listen to your own body, you can correct any number of problems by knowing what's going on. I've listened. I understand what's going on. Now I can do something about it. I listened. There was a little ouch. I knew what was going on. My knee wasn't open enough. Arthritis was bothering me. What do I need to do? Open the knee a little bit more. That's a fairly simple example, but it's, I think, a relatively clear example. This is the kind of thing that we want to develop. This is the kind of skill that we want to develop for practice. Do I need to stop? Yes or no? In this case, no. Other times, the answer was yes, I have to stop now. Alright? Everybody needs to listen to themselves. Even as you push to do more, you need to be listening to yourself and what your body is telling you. The side effect of that is that as you develop more skill with listening to yourself, you develop the skill to be able to listen to someone else. That is one of the skills that we develop with push hands. 推手. It's called Tinger. Ting is listening. It's also connecting. So as I'm literally pushing, connecting with my opponent, I'm also listening to what my opponent is telling me. And if my opponent is off balance, good! Good for me! makes things a whole lot easier for me. Right? And I also want to perhaps not be quite so easily listened to. Another skill that we have. A dance class. Alright? So let's do the first part of Yang Style Tai Chi as we have it in the small room set. And then I'm going to stop for a minute, and then we'll do it again with the second part that I've given. Okay? Feet together. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Salute. Breathe out. Breathe in. Transfer all the way to the right. Open the left. Center. Breathe in. Arms up. Palms pressed down. Breathe out. Shift left, open right. Ward off right side. Step through, pull down right side, ward off left. Turn. Step through, ward off right, pull down left, turn. Grasp the bird's tail, pull down. Press. And push. Turn. Single whip. Turn. Elbows in. Circle. Raise the hands. Turn. Circle. White crane spreads its wings. And turn. Brush knee. Step up. Hands from the loop. Turn. Brush knee. Shift back. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close the door. Turn. Crossing hands. Palms up. Press down on both sides. Close the left foot. Salute. This few little moves gives us just this little bit gives us 4 of the fundamental applications in Tai Chi: Pang, Lu, Ji, An. Pang, ward off. Lu, pull down. Ji, press. An, push. These are 4 of the fundamental applications in all Tai Chi systems. the way that the energy is used, the way that the movement is done, and the way that the body is engaged for a particular system in each of these is different, can be different. It doesn't change the fundamental energy that we're talking about. Pung is pung, it's ward off. Go away. Bye. Poof. It's got a little bounce to it. G, on the other hand, does not have any bounce. G is, you're going. And I'm going to make sure that you're going. Alright? Pull down has the fairly obvious idea behind it. Pull down. Alright? Push, also relatively obvious. In Yang style, which is what we've been doing, we have grasp the bird's tail, roll back, pull down, press, shift, big open, and push. Alright? This is what we've been practicing. Shift back, open, and come in and push. Push in this case has a forward and slightly downward, then upward direction. And exaggerated. Shift back, down, and up. The exaggerated, yeah, not so much. It's much more subtle. Alright? With Wudang Taiji, we have something that looks just a little bit different. So I'm here. Okay. So I'm here, ward off. Very similar. A little bit lower. Hand position is a little bit different. Ward off. Press. Pull down. Press again. And push. And this goes down. Pump. Has that going out and up, on, in and down. So the direction of force, the direction of energy, how I apply the energy is different. A little bit different with Wu style as well. Chen style, even though I studied a little bit, I don't remember it sufficiently to make that comparison. I can look at it and tell you, but I'm not looking at it right now, so there's that. Alright, so as we pay more attention to, and this goes to advanced Tai Chi, as well as some of the fundamentals for our internal work. As we pay more attention to this dynamic, to what we're doing within the movement, how the movement is done, right? Yang style, big, nice. This is correct. You should look like this for Yang style. If I can see what you're doing inside, all the better. But the outward appearance needs to be there. For Wudang style, I'm here. Smaller, much less of this, and much more here, and a whole lot more here. All right. So this is part of some of what I'm part of some of. This is part of what I'm going to be teaching in this slot for some of the workmanship that goes into Wudang's 3 basic methods. I'm also going to be including some of these concepts in the advanced Tai Chi sets. So, something to look forward to. As we pay more attention, again, with the advanced stuff, there's some assumptions that I have, and I'm going to beat up on that when I get there. For this class, as I was just showing, for Wudang style, we have a couple of things that we don't necessarily pay attention to for Yang style. And matter of fact, we don't even have them in Yang style. It's not there. It's special, right? Yang style has its own specials. There's special things part of Yang style. Wudang has its own. I'm going to talk about this idea I was just talking about as we hung Lu Jian. There's a lot more going on here. A lot more use of the waist, a lot more use of the lower Tantian, and the relationship of the upper body and the lower body is different for Wudang style. There's a much greater dynamic going on. There's a lot less of that present elegant and a lot more, okay. I don't know how else to describe it. So as we move into that movement itself was something that came from here. If we're going to do that, I'm going to show how to do that. Right? We have, like I said, a number of things that will be changing. I welcome you to come along as I make those changes. Let's one last time. Yang style Tai Chi, this small room form. Feet together, stand straight. Both parts. Relax the body, relax the breath. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. Salute. Breathe out. Bring it all together. Breathe in. And relax, breathe out. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe in, arms down. Bring everything together. Smooth and continuous. One follows the next. Each movement full and complete. No stopping.
Turn. Nice and easy. Follow the circle. Sink. Follow the circle. Upper body coordinates with the lower body. Hands with the feet. Elbows with a knee. Shoulders with a hip. Open and close. And turn. Stay centered. As you move through each posture, use the breath. Relax the body. See the movement that you're doing. See the one that comes next. Open and close. Use the waist. Use the hips. Turn. Deflect downward. And punch. Shift back. Ward off left side. Step through. Ward off right side. Grasp the bird's tail, pull down. Press. And push. Turn. Single whip. Turn. Palms up. Turn the toes. Bring the right foot in. Hands down along both sides. Straighten the legs. Left foot closes. Salute. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. This concludes this series. Very happy that you've been with me on this part of the journey, and I'm looking forward to getting the next part started next week. Tomorrow, I'll be here with Qigong and a preview of Xingyi. And Friday, we're going to focus exclusively on Qigong. See you then. Thanks.